I do have to pay credit and homage to there's a guy named Kurt Stites, another guy named Kurt Levis, and Ron Jack, who from 1982 to 1984, they're the ones that had the shop. One guy's dad owned a shop in Pasadena that we made all the Wasp props. If it wasn't for those guys, Wasp would not be where it is today.
Even the big sign above the drum set?
They built the sign, the meat boxes, all the pyrotechnics. They built the torture rack, everything, the drum riser, everything.
And he's in the documentary, right? One of the guys is, yeah.
Well, Kurt Levis, that's the guy in the documentary, but there's another guy named Kurt Stites. There's another guy named Ron Jack. All these guys. Russell Wallace, he worked with Wasp for a while. They're all people that I went to school with because I was born there. I got a lot of friends. Tony, he didn't have too many friends. Randy didn't have too many friends, and Blackie did. And I'm the guy that everybody, their whole road crew was, where all equipment would go afterwards, the shows and stuff like that. It was all my friends. And what's really sad is they were all offered jobs once we got a record deal, right? To go on the road, and then all of a sudden when we got a record deal, Blackie's like, we got to hire professionals now. It kind of hurt me, but those guys are still my friends even today.
I loved how Kurt still had the original propane tank for the Wasp sign.
Oh, yeah. From the those guys, we all sat and built those over at Kurt Stites' dad's shop. all the stuff. I remember when we hooked up the sign to blow the flames, they hooked them up with the barbecue regulators, and the flames came out about 2 inches, right? Because we drilled a 1-inch ID pipe, every inch in it all the way around, and I was like, man, we got to get a coupling to take these regulators off and blow pure gas through, and it'll kick ass. Once we did that, boy, it was good. The flames came out about 2 feet. Doing that kind of stuff, there is no book to look through and figure out how to do that. We just, it was just trial and error.
I'm surprised it passed code to even be able to be used.
There is no code. What code of what?
There was no code? You didn't have to pass anything to get fire that thing off in the clubs?
No, we just set it up and did it. Who's going to stop you?
Oh, shit.
And then on top of the amps, we had built pipe bombs with just the top taken off. We just uncapped the top of one, and you put 2 leads in there with gunpowder. We did put a piece of wood around so you couldn't see them, and in case they blew up, but we used those as concussion bombs. One night we were playing the Troubadour, and Blackie took the meat box at the end of the show, and we had already done the last song, right, of the night. We were banging out the notes and waiting for Tony to hit the last, boom, and we're done. And Blackie throws this meat box through the sign that was burning at the end, because we'd light it at the beginning and have just the flames going with no lights on it. And it's really cool playing just flames. It's a bitchin' doing that. It's the only lights in the club. And then at the end, we did it. At the very last end, and Blackie was doing the Blackie Lawless, whatever, his little character. And he threw the meat box that had the meat in it that he already threw in the audience that had blood. He threw that through the sign. It bounced against the black wall and happened to hit me right in the temple on the head.
Oh,
knocked
shit.
me out cold. Yeah. The roadies had to carry me up the stairs. They couldn't even bring me to.
Do you even remember getting hit, or was it a total blackout moment?
I just remember waking up in the dressing room and they go, Chris, you all right? It's just part of what went on. It's no big deal.
Yeah, Tony had talked about how he loved the sign. He said the sign would be so incredibly hot because it was right over him, but he said it would totally get his adrenaline going.
Well, we'd set it up in the front part of the drum riser, not the back. And we set it up high, so it was above him, a little bit right above him. If we set it up against the wall, it'd catch the wall on fire.
And you guys toured with that, right? On that first, I saw you guys on, I looked it up, December 22nd, 1984 in Dallas. You guys played a venue called the Arcadia, kind of a smaller venue, maybe 800 people. And I can't even remember if...
I don't think that we had that sign. We didn't think... We only used it in a Troubadour, and then we used it when we did the Sting in 2000, when we did the Sting, we used the same sign.
Oh, wow. That sign still is out there?
We didn't have it up in the air. It was just set in front of the drums.
Oh, okay. But that sign still exists?
Yeah. All it is a sign made out of wood, Wasp, and then around Wasp, like a frame, is just a pipe. go make it at the hardware store. I don't know if they got it now still today. I don't know where all my stage clothes crap and all that stuff is. The only thing I'd get from touring is just my guitars back. That's about it. The guitars I was endorsed, I'd get those back, but everything else on the road would be in the cases. I would care less where they went. It wasn't my job to worry about that.